Hello there, everyone. Ashnflash here, and welcome on into my review of the first episode of What If. And I wasn't sure if I was going to save this towards the end of the entire series or if I wanted to do them individually. But watching this, I feel like I could talk about this for 10 minutes. I could get a video out of it, versus me talking about them all for like 10 minutes each. And then at the end, it's it would be so long doing that. So I thought that we'd sit down and talk about this. If you didn't know, I have said since day one, What If is the show that I was most excited for. It was the Disney Plus project that I have been the most excited for, and it did not disappoint. I have been watching every single trailer that I can get my hands on. I have been drawing some figures. I'm just going to say it. I've been drawing some figures for an upcoming Marvel series, and I'm loving What If so much. Like, I might just do a whole What If series on top of the Marvel series too. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking right now. But my goodness, I was blown away. I guess spoilers if you haven't seen it. I mean, I don't know why you'd be watching a review of the episode if you haven't seen it yet, but I love the concept of it. I love the narration as well. I love the start of it. I think that was really powerful just to hear him sort of set the stage for what you're about to experience. And I loved the pace of it. I really did. I thought that the way that they brought you into the universe, and just in terms of even just catching you up to, hey, this is what's going on right now in World War II and what's going on in the events of the first Avenger. I really, really loved that. I thought that was so cool to see them just kind of just jump through and then boom. And the way he said, and it was in that moment that everything changed. I loved that so much. I thought that was so powerful. So to see that happen was just so great. And I love the first Avenger movie, so I was so excited to see them retread that. And they retread it, but they put such cool spins on it as well. You see Colonel Phillips die and also, protect Peggy there, or maybe he wasn't trying to, but but it was interesting how they kind of wrote him off, but also you got to see him. And then that left a spot for them to bring in Agent Flynn from the Marvel one-shot Agent Carter, which was before the show and all that. So that was really cool to see them bring a character from a one-shot back and given this such a big role, because obviously the price of paying for him over Tommy Lee Jones was a lot less. It's so weird to think about. So I guess the plot of it is, of course, that they get the Tesseract earlier, so they steal it from Arnim Zola as he's delivering it to the Red Skull at some point. So what's interesting about that is then Howard has time to tinker on it, and he makes the Hydra Stomper out of it. And even just then, what does that leave Red Skull to do? That wasn't even a question that I even thought. I never thought of, well, what is he doing? Well, how does he get the Tesseract back? That wasn't even something that was on my mind. So for him to come up with this scheme, and even for it to, sort of go down the same path, even on this alternate timeline, to go down this path of, oh, now, we're going to use the train again, and we're going to give them fake intelligence that I'm on the train, so they go to stop it, and all that. That was really cool. I genuinely thought Steve was dead. I was I was so sad. I couldn't believe it, but I figured they would also pull a Bucky, save him. I like the little line about "you almost ripped my arm off." But yeah, I've seen this said a few times already, and I saw this with the first clip. Sebastian Stan, he can't do voice acting, and I'm really worried about the other episodes, specifically the zombie one, because he seems to have a big presence in that. But man, he can't do voice acting. No. Everyone else was fantastic, and seeing, of course, even the guy reprise his role for Red Skull that did it in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, that was really cool. And Josh Keaton, if you don't know who he is, he does a lot of animated work. He did a fantastic Chris Evans impression. But of course, we got to talk about Captain Carter. I really love the story of that and how that came about. I think that was really interesting. The only thing that confused me was the placement of the bomb. What does her decision change the placement of the bomb? You know what I mean? I guess everyone was spectating. No one else. So they all followed her and copied her that they didn't want to leave. I don't know. That was kind of strange to me, but I did like that aspect of it, that she was kind of forced into it. Well, who's gonna do it? Who's around? And Howard's not gonna do it. So I really love that. Howard was great in it. I really loved that. I loved the dynamic that they had. And honestly, that was 34 minutes long, and I don't know where the time went. Like, it was just nonstop perfection. I really enjoyed it so much. The graphics in it as well. I was really worried, like seeing the trailers and things like that, that I wasn't gonna be able to really get into it, but as I did, like I was so immersed seeing her take out like Hydra, and even going into the place to like rescue Bucky and different things. It was really powerful, and I started to really feel a lot of like nostalgia and emotion towards that, even just talking about this. Like, I thought that was really powerful, and to see the Hydra Stomper as well come and rescue them, and just to see the dynamic of, it's always cute to see in these sort of what if scenarios, or even like multiverse stuff, where the two people always wind up together. And I thought it was really cute to see that dynamic of the two of them kind of switch. I really loved seeing that, and the two of them still fall for each other, even if the roles were reversed. They're still meant to be together. I thought that was really cute. And I really loved the dynamic there. And the laugh, oh my goodness, the laugh, just the voice, all of it. It was really good with Steve. I was so impressed. I was really worried. Like, we've already seen the Tony Stark clip, and it does not sound like him at all. But this, like Chris Evans, the impression was really, really good. I really appreciated that. So, her fighting was insane. Like, I would love to see like a kill count of how many Nazis she killed versus Steve. And I know, like, obviously we don't see everything. Like, there's a lot that happens that we don't see on the movie or anything, but like, there was a lot, and this is an animated show. Like, there was a lot of killing. Like, they've barely killed anyone off in Bad Batch. There was a lot of people that died. She threw some of them into the fire. Like, it was pretty crazy. I'm honestly really surprised by how much they did in this. But Red Skull and his plot, I don't really get like how. First of all, if Arnim Zola was captured, I'm not sure what scientists he would have on hand to do this stuff, as well as like what was that tentacle there. Like, I didn't, the tentacle monster, I'm not quite sure. But I thought it was cool. I liked how she sacrificed herself like Steve, and I liked that he was there as well. That was also a really strange dynamic to see that part of it. Like, Peggy was on the radio, right, as Steve went down, but to see that side of it, and to see Steve literally watch her sacrifice herself, I thought that was really interesting dynamic. And same with Howard. Like, I feel like that would give him more motivation to actually go and bring her back. And also just the course of this, like, what does that change? Well, does Bucky become the Winter Soldier? Well, who kills Howard Stark? And all these things, my mind started going to all these places as we saw at the end, because they are doing the experiments at NASA, and they bring her through, and Barton and Fury are there, and both played by Jeremy Renner and Samuel L. Jackson. So that was really neat. And just seeing them catch Peggy up, I thought was really powerful. I'm really excited for the next episodes. I'm excited to see what other stories they have in store for us, and to hear more of the Watcher talk, and just the setups and even the conclusions of it, and talking about how like this is the multiverse now. Like, we're in it. We're living it because of Loki. And I just love that connection as well. Like, a few weeks ago, we just saw the multiverse be born, and now we're literally living it here, and I'm just blown away by that. I really am. Like, I'm loving it. I cannot wait for more. I cannot wait for the team up episodes as well. I think that's going to be so much fun. I'm interested to see if they bring her into live action as well, because I feel like they do that. Really am excited to see them do more of this, and to see, like, I don't even know. There's 9 episodes, 8 more of these, and I've got like 30 different what ifs in my head that I've seen from the trailers. Like, there's so many things that they're doing. How are they cramming this into 9? They must be showing us stuff for the other 9 as well for season 2. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I want to draw figures. I want to do more. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And I guess every week we should talk about the Lego sets. So in this case, specifically for this episode, we do have a set based off of it. And it's kind of interesting. You could check out my review of the set itself. I'll link it here at the top and at the end. But with the set, it's strange with the figure inclusion because she's got this stealth suit. Now, we haven't seen it yet. It could appear in another episode. But especially when looking at the background of the box and all that, I just wish that it was the one from the CMF series. And I know that means giving up that hairpiece, but at least we could have given up another spot in the CMF series for her to be in here. Like, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if she does get a stealth suit or not, or if that was a concept Lego came up with. I don't really know. Only time will tell. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say. I don't know if they could do another set. I mean, they could do the train, but honestly, it should just be something from the first Avengers, like just do an Infinity Saga set. I'd rather that, probably with Arnim Zola. But, I mean, it's hard because they are retreading things from the first movie. Like, the most unique thing that they added was the Hydra Stomper, so obviously that made the most sense to do a set for. And I think that that was really cool, and I'm really glad. I've already seen some people saying I'm going out and getting it, so clearly this episode worked. But I would love more to hear your guys' thoughts. What did you think of What If? Lego 100% made the right choice to make a set off the Hydra Stomper from What If. Stand by that. Really excited about that. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope that you all have a great day. I will see you all next week.